Yogis. Happy Friday. It's Megan. As is tradition, on Fridays we tend to slow down a little bit from our Tuesday class. So, if we were together, someone would say something along the lines of hips, low back, shoulders, maybe hamstrings. So, we're going to focus on some of those denser areas of the body today in the next 60 minutes. Child's pose. Bring your big toes together and your knees wide apart. Then walk your chest, your chin, or your forehead down to the mat. Stretch your fingertips towards the top edge of your mat. Anchor your hips down towards your heels. Begin to dial into a deep inner breath. In and out through the nose. Take a full breath in. On your exhale, walk your hands all the way over to the right. Now today, as you walk your left hand over top of your right, rotate your gaze underneath your left arm, opening up across the front side of the chest. Take 3 deep breaths. One more, inhale. Exhale, slowly walk your hands back to center. Inhale here. Exhale, take them all the way over to the left. Stack the right palm over left gaze underneath your right arm. 3 breaths. One more, inhale. Exhale, come back through center. Now keeping your big toes together and your knees wide. Inhale, rise up onto your knees. Press your hips forward, draw your toes towards the crown of your head, King Cobra. As you exhale, press back, seat to heels, child's. Inhale, rise to the knees, toes to crown, gaze up. Exhale, press back, seat to heels. 3 more, inhale, lift. Exhale, press back. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Inhale, rise to the knees. Toes to crown, chest forward. Exhale, press back, child's. Walk your knees in slightly, about hips width distance apart. On your inhale, roll your right hip all the way over towards your right wrist. Drop it down. Exhale, press back, seat to heels. Inhale, roll your left hip all the way over to your left wrist. Exhale, press back. Inhale to the right. Exhale, seat to heels. Inhale to the left. Exhale, press back. Adding on, inhale, roll your right hip over to your right wrist. Drop the hips forward through center over to the left. Exhale, press back, seat to heels. Inhale to the right. Roll to the left. Exhale, seat to heels. Once more, inhale, right. Roll left. Exhale, press back. Switch directions, inhale, left. Roll over to the right. Exhale, press back, seat to heels. Inhale, left. Roll right. Exhale, press back. Once more, inhale, left. Roll all the way over to the right. Exhale, press back, seat to heels. Inhale, rise up to tabletop. Stack shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Start to move through rounds of cat-cow. As you inhale, drop your belly down towards the mat. Press your heart forward, gaze up. Exhale, drop the crown of the head, arch the upper back to the roof. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Breathe in, cow. Breathe out, cat. Once more, inhale. tabletop. Exhale, walk your hands forward, coming into puppy pose. Lower your chest, your chin, or your forehead once more to the floor. By nature of the body positioning with your hips still stacked over top of your knees, this will be a deeper stretch across the front side of the chest and shoulders. Take 5 deep breaths. 1, inhale. Exhale, 2. Breathe in. Breathe out. 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. One more breath in. Breath out. Walk your hands back beneath your shoulders. Then step back to high plank, top of a push-up. Palms beneath shoulders. Squeeze the pit of your belly in towards your spine. Then take a full inhale. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. From here, start to explore some intuitive movement, either walking the dog out, or you can play with moving some space in your spine by shifting forward into high plank and pressing back to down dog. Melt the heels to the left or to the right. Just take the next few rounds of breath to explore how your body is showing up today rather than earlier this week or how it might look tomorrow. Right here, right now. Ready, start to settle into stillness, melting both heels towards the earth. Press the center of your chest back towards your thighs. On your next inhale, rise high onto your toes. Step to the top of your mat, ragdoll. Separate your feet nice and wide, at least hips width distance apart. Then grab opposite elbows, drop the crown of the head to the floor. From here, if you're looking for more of a stretch in your hamstrings, shift your weight forward into the big toe ball mounds of your feet. Tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Now, if what you're seeking instead is more decompression in your lower back, take a super deep bend in the knees. Rest your chest on your thighs. Allow gravity to get some access into the lower spine. Invite some movement in, a gentle rock, a sway, side to side, back and forth. Release your binds. Heel toe your feet to touch. Halfway lift. Press your palms to your shins. Reach the crown of your head forward. Create a flat, even back. Draw your shoulder blades down the spine. Inhale. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, slowly roll to stand. 1 vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last. On your exhale, draw shoulders to ears, back, and down. Inhale, sweep the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, grab your left wrist. Root all 4 corners of your left foot into the floor. Inhale, stretch your left wrist up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, lengthen through the side bodies. Exhale, lean. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lean. Inhale, rise to center. Grab your right wrist. Root all 4 corners of your right foot down. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lean. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lean. Inhale, rise to center. Exhale, cactus the arms, gaze up. Inhale, prayer overhead. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend knees. Hook thumbs in front. Reach all the way up. Arch back. Exhale, bow forward. Clasp hands behind the back. Then straighten arms and legs. Inhale, both hands to the mat. Step the right foot back. Gaze up, low lunge. Now, you may want to inch your left foot forward in order to give your space some room, or your hips some space, room to drop closer towards the mat. Pull the center of your chest towards the front of the room. Breathe here, 3, 2, 1. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank, top of a push-up. Exhale, low plank. Hug elbows to ribs, 90-degree bend in the elbow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press the tops of your feet and your palms to the mat. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, high plank. This time, exhale, lower your knees, your chest and your chin to the floor. Hips stay lifted. Elbows squeezing in towards the ribs. Inhale, slide forward onto your belly, cobra. Exhale, lower the chest, lift the hips, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, step the right foot forward, gaze up, low lunge. Engage the back leg, lift the back of your knee up towards the ceiling. Reach your heart forward. 3, 2, 1. Step forward, fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach all the way up, arch back. Exhale, bow forward, clasp hands behind, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, hands to the mat. Step the left foot back, gaze up, low lunge. Anchor the hips towards the earth. Pull your shoulder blades together. 3, 2, 1. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, step the left foot forward, gaze up, low lunge. 3, 2, 1. Step forward, fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach all the way up, arch back. Exhale, bow forward, clasp hands, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, hands down, step the right foot back, gaze up. This time, exhale your right knee to the floor. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach all the way up, arch back, open up the chest. Exhale, ground the hands, step back, down dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, seat to heels, down dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward, gaze up. Exhale, lower left knee down. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, ground the hands, step forward, fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach up and arch. Exhale, bow forward, clasp hands, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, hands down, step the left foot back, gaze up. Exhale, left knee down. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch. Exhale, ground the hands, step back, down dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, seat to heels, and down dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward, gaze up. Exhale, right knee down. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch. Exhale, ground the hands, step forward, fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach up and arch. Exhale, bow forward, clasp hands, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, hands down, step the right foot back, gaze up. Exhale, right knee down. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch. Exhale, ground the hands, step back, down dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, cobra. Ears on. Exhale, seat to heels, child's stay. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, rise to the knees. Camel or camel prep. Camel prep starts with your hands at your low back, fingers down as if you're sticking them in the back pockets of your knee or jeans. Then notice the placement of your elbows in space. If the elbows are wide, start to squeeze the elbows towards each other, efforting to get them about shoulders width distance apart. Then option is stay here, hands at the low back for support. Reach the center of your chest up towards the ceiling. Gaze up. Option from here to reach back for the ankles so long as the hips don't drop. Press the hips forward. Lift the chest, lift your gaze for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower seat to heels, child's. Now, rolling wave. Let's get back, give myself some room at the top of the mat to work with. So focusing on spinal mobility, this slide forward and back. The idea being to keep your chest as close to the mat as possible as you move forward and roll back. So, with your chest grounded, inhale, lift your hips, slide your chest forward and up. Cobra. Then reverse the motion, lower the chest, lift the hips, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, step the right foot forward, gaze up. Exhale, lower left knee down. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, ground the hands, step forward, fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach up and arch. Exhale, bow forward, clasp hands behind, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, hands down, step the left foot back, gaze up. Exhale, left knee down. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch. Exhale, ground the hands, step back, down dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, seat to heels, child's stay. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, rise, camel or camel prep. Hands at the low back, hips stacked over top of knees. Lift your chest to the roof. Stay here, squeeze the elbows together or grab the ankles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise up. Lower seat to heels, child's. Next, inhale. Drag your chest forward and up. Cobra. Exhale, lower the chest, lift the hips, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, step the left foot forward, gaze up. Exhale, lower right knee down. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, ground the hands, step forward, fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach up and arch. Exhale, hands by the side, Namaste Tahi, equal standing. Inhale, sit, Utkatasana, chair. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palm the mat, step back, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale your right leg to 3-point. Exhale, step your right foot outside of your right hand. Drop to your back knee, dragon's lunge. So, turn this way, see the hip space. So with both hands grounded on the inside of your front foot, take a step back. Heel toe your right foot closer towards the right side of your mat. That'll give your hips some space to work with. Then option to stay lifted on the palms or begin to drop to the forearms. Now, from this position, explore the inner and outer rotation of your hip. What I mean by that is notice what's going on with your front foot. When your foot is grounded, this is targeting more of the inner part of your hip. Option to roll onto the pinky toe edge of your right foot. Allow your right knee to splay open. Notice how that shifts the sensation more into the external part of your hip. You can stay here, rocking forwards and back, exploring any areas of tension in the hip. Take 5 deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reground your front foot. Press up high onto your palms, setting up for a quad stretch. So, turning back towards the top of the mat. Bend your back knee. Now, with either hand, reach back for the foot. Now, a couple of things to be aware of in your quad stretch. The first is the position of your hips. So if your hips are in box hips, which is back here, then when you bend the back knee, and especially if you're not working like I am on a double carpeted surface, this might be really intense on your kneecap, which is that tiny bone where all of your weight is now resting. Now, if you shift your weight forward, anchoring your hips down towards the earth, when you bend the back knee, you're now on the meaty part above the kneecap, less strenuous on the bones. Reach back for the foot, pull your heel towards your glute. Option to stay lifted or drop to the forearm. Take 5 breaths. One more deep inhale. Ears on. Without flinging, release your foot. Slowly lower your left toes to the mat. Ground both hands to the inside of your front foot and take a quarter turn to the left, opening into a wide face or side-facing wide leg straddle fold. Options can look like hands grounded directly beneath the shoulders to focus on length and extension. Take a little back from here. So if the hands are grounded beneath the shoulders, reach your heart forward, just like we did in where were we? Oh, in the lunge. That same action of pulling your heart forward to create length in the spine. An option to stay here. Option to walk the hands forward, press into your palms, send your hips towards the wall behind you, or walk the hands between the legs for a deep forward fold. Take 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. Breath out. Once more. Inhale. Exhale, slowly walk your hands beneath your shoulders, halfway lift. Rise to stand. Pivot your toes towards the top of your mat. Hop your back foot up and out to the left slightly. Intense leg stretch. Pyramid, namaste, front facing forward fold. Feet are about hips width distance apart. Both toes are facing forward. I love that there's a lot of names to this posture because there's a lot of sensation here too. And if you need to know why it's called intense leg stretch, you're about to find out. Place your hands on your hips. Inhale, reach the center of your chest to the roof. Exhale, hinge forward. Now, press your right hip
towards the wall behind you. Roll your left hip forward. Lengthen the spine. Fold belly to front thigh, nose towards front shin. 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Breathe in. Breathe out, 4. Once more, inhale. Exhale, 5. Ground your left hand to the floor, a block, a stack of books. Inhale, sweep your right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Twist your triangle. On your next inhale, lengthen the spine. Pull your heart forward. Exhale, rotate your chest up towards the ceiling. 5 breaths. 4. 3. 2. 1. Ground the hands. Step back. High to low plank. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale your left leg high, 3-point. Exhale, step your left foot outside of your left hand. Dragon's lunge. Been working with some nice open space in the hips. Heel toe your left foot closer towards the left side of the mat. Scooch back. There we go. Now, option to stay lifted or start to drop to the forearms. And now sides are different. So you might be like, oh, I got to the forearms so easily on the right, and this side it's just not happening. That's okay. Sides are different. One side of the body is likely to show up entirely different than the other because it does different things during the day. From how we sit to how we drive our cars to how we carry our children. You can stay here or begin to explore the outer rotation of your hip, rolling onto the pinky toe blade of your left foot, allowing the left knee to splay open. Rock back and forth. 5 breaths. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Reground the front foot. Press back high onto your palms, setting up for your quad stretch. Now, once more, start by presencing yourself to your hips. Shift your weight forward and down. Then, bend the back knee. Reach back for either hand for the foot. So I say either hand knowing that I find it's more easeful to take the rotation of opposite hand to foot, but you might find reaching with the other hand gets you a little bit closer, or maybe using a towel or a strap to get some extra arms. Pull your heel towards your glute. Stay here or drop to the forearm. 5 breaths. 1 more. Inhale. Gently without flinging, release the foot. Extend, ground the hands, and take a quarter turn to the right, second side facing wide leg straddle. And turn to face you all. Now in this side facing straddle, start by grounding your left palm directly beneath your face. Inhale, sweep your right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Now, press your heart forward as you lean your top shoulder back. 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Breathe in. Breathe out, 4. 1 more. Breath in. Breath out. Ground the right palm beneath the face. Inhale, the left fingertips sweep up towards the ceiling. Lengthen the spine, heart forward, gaze to the roof. 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Breathe in. Breathe out, 3. stand, pivot towards your left foot. So for you, it's probably the top of your mat. Hop your back foot up and out to the right slightly. Hands on hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge forward, intense leg stretch. Press your left hip back. Roll your right hip forward. Lengthen the spine, fold belly to thigh. Drawing your nose to your front rather than nose to knee, which will encourage a lot of natural curvature in the spine. Instead, focus on length. Reach your heart to the top of your front foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ground your right hand. Inhale your left fingertips, sweep up towards the ceiling, twist your triangle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ground the hands, step back, high to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Clear out. Rise to your toes. Step to the top of your mat and have a seat. From seated, extend both legs straight out in front of you. Take a moment. Because some of you might be new students of mine, you're going to hear my favorite analogy, which is the cookie sheet. So imagine that someone took a cookie sheet and slid it underneath your cheeks, then pulled it out real fast. What that would do to the muscle tissue beneath your sit bones, use your hands, do the same thing. Pull the meat straight back. Effectively, what you're doing is rotating your pelvic bowl forward. And when your pelvic bowl is rotated forward, it'll help facilitate the hinge. Inhale, reach your fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, bow forward. Now keep that same length in the spine. Pull your heart towards the tops of your feet. Fold belly to thigh. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Janu Shirsasana. Draw your right foot into your left hip crease and start with square shoulders. So square your shoulders toward the tops of your front foot. This will isolate the stretch in your inner left thigh. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow forward. You might be like, Meg, I still feel it in my hamstrings. The stretch is there too, don't worry. 5 breaths. 4, 3, pull your toes to your face. 2, 1. Now, keeping your legs as they are, I'm going to scooch back just in case I'm certain it's all in frame. Take your left forearm, round your left forearm to the inner part of your left thigh. Might be right alongside your knee or alongside your left calf. Then inhale your right fingertips straight up towards the ceiling. Now, the tendency is to get so focused on your foot that this happens, right? The goal is to not touch the foot. The goal is to create space in your lower back. So, inhale your right fingertips straight up towards the ceiling, gaze to the roof, and only reach your right fingertips forward so much that you can continue to shift your gaze underneath your right bicep. Press your right shoulder towards the wall behind you. Take 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, rise up. We'll take a counter stretch. Ground the right hand behind you. Sweep your left fingertips forward. Lift the hips. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Sweep the left fingertips forward. Have a seat and switch legs. Extend the right leg forward. Draw the left foot into the right hip crease. Start by squaring your shoulders to the top of your front foot, getting that inner thigh stretch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow forward. Pull your heart to the top of your foot. Pull your toes back towards your face. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Now taking that side stretch, lower back stretch. Round your right forearm into the inside of your right thigh. Inhale your left fingertips straight up towards the ceiling. Gaze up towards the roof. Start to reach your left fingertips forward only so long as you continue to gaze underneath your left arm. Take 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, rise up. Ground the left hand behind you. Sweep the right fingertips forward. Lift the hips. Get the counter stretch. 3. 2. 1 more deep breath in. Exhale, release. Now I'm going to adjust my mat here for us. Then slowly start to make your way down onto your backs. Ooh. Reclined half pigeon. Just turn this way seemed to help. So, ground your left foot to the mat, cross your right ankle over top of your left knee. Now, most important alignment cues here are actively flex your right toes back towards your shin. This protects your knee because right now it's in a slightly compromised position. Flex the foot. Then check in with the tightness in your hip flexors. If your hip flexors are super tight, your right knee will be significantly closer to you than your ankle. Press the right thigh away. Then interlace both hands behind the left thigh. Draw your left thigh in towards your chest. Bonus, use your right elbow or forearm to leverage your right thigh away from your upper body. 10 breaths. With each round of breath, inhale, filling up. Exhale, letting go. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. 5. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Breathe in. Breathe out. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1. Release and switch sides. Start by grounding your right foot to the mat. Cross your left ankle over top of your right knee. Actively flex your left toes back towards your shin. Then leverage your left thigh away from your torso. Interlace both hands behind the right thigh. Draw your right thigh up and in towards your chest. Leverage your left elbow against your left thigh. Press your thigh away from your heart. 10 breaths. Last 5. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Breathe in. Breathe out. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1. Hug both knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze. Happy baby. Grab the outer pinky toe blades of your feet with your hands. Extend both feet straight up towards the ceiling. Now, to gain more space in your glutes, separate your feet wider apart. Then anchor your knees down towards your underarms. Start to rock and sway, side to side, back and forth. Ooh, one that we haven't done in a while and is definitely new to video is drive the bus. So imagine that your hands are on more like the 9 and 3 position than 10 and 2. On the 9 and 3 position of an enormous steering wheel, steer it side to side. Massage the low back into the floor. And come back to stillness, taking happy straddle. Pull your right foot into center line. Extend your left leg straight. Breathe here, 3, 2, 1. Inhale back to center. Draw the left foot in. Extend the right leg straight. 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Full happy straddle. Straighten both legs out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze. Then take an inversion. Now, inversions can look just like happy baby. If this feels good and you feel like you have some more time and space to work some loosening in the hamstrings or in the glutes, this is a great inversion to choose. Another inversion that I'm going to offer up today is a restorative inversion called Viparita Karani. It's also known as waterfall or hips on a block. And because we're in my living room, I'm going to show you how to do this one at home. In theory, if I have a wall. Oh look, there's one right there. So start by grabbing yourself like a cushion off of the couch. It doesn't have to be big. The denser the pillow, if it's like a down pillow or something, that's not going to offer your low back a lot of support. So choose a fairly dense pillow or a yoga block if you happen to have one of those at home as well. So you're going to place your pillow right against the sacrum, which is the lower part of your low back. So not up here in the vertebrae, but down right at the base of your pelvic floor. Then find a wall. In this case, give me this baby wall right here. Place your pillow right against the base of the wall. That's where your hips are going to go. And scoot your hips all the way up towards the base of the wall, where the floor and the wall meet. Then start to walk your feet all the way up the wall. This is lovely. Now, if there's a gentle angle in the legs, that's perfectly fine. The idea is getting your feet higher than your heart. So by elevating your hips on this pillow, that's also going to help maintain the stream downward motion from the bottoms of your feet all the way into your heart space. You may have heard a yoga teacher or anyone at some point in time reference inversions as a way to reverse the blood flow. I assure you that does not happen. What does happen is that your heart no longer has to work as hard to reoxygenate the blood as it returns from your feet. Take 10 breaths. This is also a great pose to do if during this period of isolation you find yourself struggling with anxiety. It helps lower the resting heart rate and encourage sleep. Also, if I had my television on, it'd be a great place to throw on some Netflix and chill. Taking back the words. Breathe in. Breathe out. 5. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Breathe in. Breathe out. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Breathe in. Breathe out, 1. Start to walk your feet down the wall. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll onto either side. And make your way back towards your mat for a final spinal twist. Some options here in your final twist are to take an IT band stretch, and I'll demonstrate that one today. So, recline down onto your backs to start. Then hug your right knee into your chest. Let your right knee fall all the way over towards the left side of your mat, arms wide, gaze in the opposite direction. Now, option to stay here, isolating the twist in the upper body, or for the IT stretch, you can take your right knee, which is bent, and start to extend the leg straight. If you extend the leg, actively flex your right toes back towards your face. 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Breathe in. Breathe out, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Breathe in. Breathe out, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Hug your right knee into your chest. Extend it long. Draw your left knee in. Exhale, cross the left knee all the way over to the right. Arms wide, gaze in the opposite direction. Stay here with knee bent, or begin to extend the top leg straight, actively flexing your left toes back towards your face for an IT band stretch. 5 breaths. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Gently draw yourself back to center. Hug both knees into your chest. Give yourself a final squeeze. Take a full inhale. Exhale, release for Shavasana. Allow arms and legs to extend long down the mat. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. Deep rest. Begin to deepen your breath. Invite small movements into your fingers and toes. Take a full body stretch. Reach your arms overhead. Point your toes to the back of the room. And slowly rolling onto either side. Press your way up into a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. The light in me honors and reflects the light inside of each of you. Together we'll bow, acknowledge one another. Namaste. Namaste, beautiful people. Happy Friday.